Joining us now, though, Alan Shaw, Norfolk Southern CEO, who's here on set. Alan, it's great to have you back.
It's great to be here, Morgan. Thanks for hosting.
So walk me through the results. And I think let's start with that charge, because it brings total costs to date for that derailment to $803 million. How much higher do you expect that to go? And in terms of cleanup efforts and legal costs associated, how long will that process take?
Well, the charge is what we have visibility into right now. It's what's probable and estimable. It does not include potential insurance recoveries, nor does it include potential recoveries from third parties.
Yeah, and that process is going to happen here in the third quarter and beyond in terms of recoveries.
Yeah, likely well into 2024 and beyond. You know, you can't file for the insurance claims until you start expending the cash, and we're just starting with our insurance claims now.
Yeah, and we've seen some volume weakness from the service disruption that entailed following that derailment. Has that begun to stabilize?
Yeah, you know, we made a number of commitments during the quarter, and we kept our commitments. We said that we were going to restore our service product as we moved through the second quarter into the third quarter. And that's what we've done. We also said that we were going to make a safe railroad safer, and our safety stats are improved from last year. We said we were going to engage with our craft colleagues, and we were the first railroad to offer paid sick leave to all of our craft colleagues. And what we're seeing now is because of an improved service product, we're starting to see volume growth and our volume improvements on Norfolk Southern. And we see strength in the metals market and the automotive market. Anything related to construction right now is white hot. And we also are starting to see a little bit of strength in the domestic intermodal market. You know, the consumer is a little bit stronger and more resilient than most folks had thought. And we may be through the inventory destocking phase. And even in the second quarter, we took share away from truck in the international intermodal market.
Just to dig into what you just touched on there, it sounds like we've been having this conversation about soft landing, the fact that the economic data has remained resilient. You're seeing that in real time right now on the rail.
Yeah, as you know, we've got a great view into the U.S. economy. We've got about 5,000 customers and we serve just about every major market there is. And, you know, what we're seeing is strength across the board, somewhat in manufacturing. We're seeing the truck market is still weak, and that's pressuring our volumes. That's our primary form of competition. But the indicators are there for the potential for sequential growth for us moving into the second half of the year on the strength of our service product. And we're really encouraged about how 2024 is lining up.
Yeah, your direct competitor in the eastern U.S., CSX, saw merchandise volumes increase last quarter and actually talked about taking market share. Have they taken market share from you, and are you starting to take it back?
Hey, you know, we had service disruption costs, and we estimated it probably cost us revenue of about $175 to $200 million during the quarter, and our customers needed to look elsewhere. Now we're having conversations with our customers about building Norfolk Southern into their long-term supply chain needs. And that's basically the foundation of our strategy and our vision.
So we talk about nearshoring, we talk about reshoring, we talk about the reemergence of a manufacturing boom in the U.S. And then, of course, all the money that's coming from the government towards some of these stimulus packages around infrastructure and the like. It sounds like what you're telling me right now is that you're starting to see the benefits of that.
Yeah, we certainly are. You know, there have been about $70 billion worth of electric vehicle manufacturing production announced in North America, and about 30% of that is on Norfolk Southern. You know, we were talking to the head of a European automaker the other day, and they said if they want to participate in the EV market in the United States, then they know that they need to put production here. There's a lot of advantages that are driving that secular trend for onshoring in the United States. Cheap and reliable energy, access to skilled labor, and a logistics infrastructure that's already in place. And a lot of that's happening in our service region, in the Southeast or the Midwest, which is why I've got a lot of confidence in the future of Norfolk Southern.
Yeah, you talked about restoration of service and some of the investments you're making into the network and safety right now. We know that there are rules and regulations making their way through Congress and with the administration. Expectation for how all of that manifests, and how do you get ahead of that, given the fact that I know you've been very outspoken about some of those changes that need to happen in the industry?
Right. You know, rail is the safest, most efficient, most sustainable form of transporting goods across land, and we can do better. And so I'm taking a lead role and stepping ahead of the industry and advocating for many of the provisions that are in the various railway safety bills that are moving through the House and moving through the Senate. They just make a lot of sense. And candidly, I don't believe they would be that onerous to our cost structure or the cost structure of our customers, allowing us to continue to pull share from truck. But we're not waiting to act. You know, we implemented a 6-point safety plan. I hired an admiral who was a former head of the Navy nuclear propulsion systems as an independent contractor reporting to me, and asked him to put together a team of experts to help us enhance our safety culture. So we've got a number of former admirals and a number of former folks who've got Navy nuke experience working within NS to enhance our safety culture.
Alan Shaw, thanks for joining us here on set.
And my pleasure, Morgan. Good to see you again.
You too. CEO of Norfolk Southern.